Hello, hello. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm moving to a quieter place. It's good to see you. It's week 13 right now, right? We're at week 13. I'm gonna close the door. Okay, so let me share screen, and I'm showing week 13 discussions forum, which, as you can see here, is only consisted of 2 tasks. One is on writing well. Part 3, just reading it and listing your takeaways, 5 bullets or more. And then just following up on the memo project, because it's going to be due next week. And it's time to gather your group members again to collaborate it on the rest of the book. Adding new slides to your existing slide deck is okay. That's okay, but try to take on the rest of the book, okay? In your discussions and in your slide deck, incorporate evidence that you have read and discussed the whole memoir. Does that make sense? We have any question about this week? Oh, I'm good today. Thank you for asking. I just got back from an interview for a full-time position at Evergreen. So I'm hoping that I will become a finalist so that I can become full-time at Evergreen, but who knows? Crossing my fingers. The competition is really, really high, and my colleagues or the candidates are really strong. So I'm not surprised if I don't get it, but I'm still hoping. Yeah, full-time means that I'm fully committed to Evergreen, and I don't have to become I don't have to be adjuncts or part-timer at another college or at other colleges around the area. Right now I work at 3 colleges, so a lot of driving around. Okay. But this week is very laid back, except that it's a little bit what is it? Deceptive because it seems like you don't have a lot of things to do, but you actually have to do a lot of things. For example, this ethnographic essay is difficult to do, and as you read the task description here, you know that what Hung posted on week 12 discussions forum is not the correct ethnographic essay. Okay, so let me go there and talk about what I mean by that. At first glance, his draft or whatever, his work in progress for the ethnographic essay looks good, but it's not what I'm looking for in the works cited. I'm sorry, in the ethnographic essay. Okay, so wow, look at you. A lot of classmates are looking up to you. That's really cool. Yeah, Hung posted this American hospital birth and its role in the ritual culture. Even that itself points out towards a report. And looking at his outline here, I could tell that he's not on the right track. And I try to I try to give him that option. I mean that feedback, and I hope that he's taking heed of my advice. Okay. So the pre-writing and outlining thread for this essay includes this task description, and I would study this. Okay, instead of, if I were you, I would read this carefully and look at the student sample there. Oh no, I decided to become more accommodating in terms of peer review. I would like to have peer review still, but it's gonna be more open for open discussion. So if you post your draft like you've done, and then your classmates respond to you, that's wonderful, because that's helping you out. Okay, and then I just go on here and I try to give feedback as much as I can during that week. So I stopped giving feedback on Saturday. If people didn't post the critical essay rough draft on it, I don't look at it and I don't give feedback. Thank you so much for doing that, and so you will get credit. That's why I didn't indicate that this peer review workshop is worth half the points, because it isn't. It's just part of this 50-point assignment. So don't worry about it as long as you did respond to your peer's essay. That's good. You should be fine. Okay. I hold on. Where am I? Oh yeah. So do you have any question about the ethnographic essay? This is like a rubric for grading here. Yeah, sure. Is it part of week 12? Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. You need to include not only interview but few notes. Even though few notes is not required to submit, this section is about few notes. Okay, few notes are the notes that you take on the field when you go and participate in a Filipino American event. It could just mean that you go to a church session and just observe and note down what you see. Okay, if you have access to but yes, you do need to incorporate your opinion next to the conversation with the people. But what I'm talking about is field work is required for ethnography. You cannot really do an ethnographic essay without field work. Okay, that means that you have to be making a trip outside and find the cultural place of that culture and participated in it. So if you're going to do Filipino American, is there a center, Filipino American center like Aki or whatever else? Okay. Okay. Yes. Bowling station works, but bowling station is not for Filipino only, right? If you're going to focus on Filipino, maybe you should go to a cultural center or a plaza or a place where Filipino Americans gather. Like, you know how in our Vietnamese American culture, we have Vietnam Town and Lion Plaza. So if a student is studying Vietnamese American culture, they should go to one of those places to observe the Vietnamese American way. It would be better if people studying the Vietnamese American culture go to the temple during an event or the one of the Vietnamese masses, just to observe, okay, and then talk to the people from that event. That's the optimal way to do ethnography. ethnography doesn't come just primarily from reading on and about that culture. Okay, it's also a few notes and interviews. So it's all of those things. And if you turn in your ethnographic essay with no evidence, no evidence on your field work or on interviews, then that's a major point deduction, or a 0, because you haven't actually written an ethnographic essay. What you've written without those field work notes and those interviews is just a report. And that's what I meant. So I hope that those of you who are watching this Zoom recording, that you are completely clear about the requirements of this essay. Again, you should not make this into a report. You have to incorporate field work and also interviews into your essay. And I had a question from a student who asked me about how to tie the semester-long controversial topic into your ethnographic essay. And then I told her, you can just simply ask the opinions of the people from that culture that you talk to. For example, if yours is on student debt, simply ask them, how do you and your culture view student debt? How do you deal with it? Okay, so that those questions might get you some answers that could yield some insight in some more understanding, deeper level of understanding of how that culture handles your controversial topic. Okay. And here says 3 academic sources at a minimum. So as you can see, this paper doesn't require as many as the critical essay, but it's still 3 academic sources. These sources are used to cross-reference your few notes and assertions. Assertion means opinions. And use an original title. You need to submit your revised draft 2 weeks along with all revised drafts of all essays 2 weeks. And the week's final check is due on the very last week, May 18th. This essay is due on May 18th, the final draft. Okay, so you have until May 18th to work on this this essay. And it needs to be 6 or more pages long, using MLA formatted. And if you cannot reach 6 or more pages, this essay is worth a little bit heavier than the other essays, but it is the same as the critical essay, okay? The same points, the same point value, yeah. Same point value as the critical essay. So I do wish you luck, but I do tend to, if this makes you feel any better, I do tend to go quite lenient when it comes to grading this essay. So try your best, but don't be afraid of it. It's doable. People in the past have done it, so can you. If you have any issue at all, please reach out to me. Yes, it's a high chance to get a 0, which explains why I need to push you now, so that if you submit this pre-write and outlining materials, and I see it, and then I tell you, oh, you're off track, you're not on the right track, and so I give you pointers, and if you take my feedback, then you probably will be on the right track. Yeah, you can do that. Although next week is reserved for peer workshop anyways, so can you wait till next week? Yeah, but looking at your outline, I could tell that the only thing that you need to incorporate is evidence that you've done few notes, that you have gone out and observed that culture in action, in life, okay? But everything else looks good. So I wish you luck on this, and that's all we have for this week. Okay, I think the ethnographic essay is going to keep you quite busy, but if you want to look ahead, you know that the research, sorry, not the research project, the memoir project is due next week, and then the week after is everything else is due. Okay, so roughly 3 weeks left after this week. And hang in there, you're almost there, and you're doing extremely well. I really hope that you will pass the final exam so that you don't have to settle for a B but an A, okay? I have a high feeling that you're gonna be doing well. So I hope that the people watching this video will also end up with a B or an A. And I still accept late work up until May 18th. If you have any question, it's best to just reach out to me, okay? I do offer additional Zoom meeting schedule. So if you cannot make any of those our weekly schedule meetings, you can reach out to me and request a Zoom meeting on a mutually convenient time. So that means you can ask me to meet you online during the weekend, but please let me know in advance so that I can set my schedule to meet with you. And I'm happy to do that if you need it, okay? If you don't need it, that's great. Continue doing whatever it is you do to get this class done and successfully completed. Do you have any question for me, Phung? Okay, I'll be back on Thursday, and good luck with everything. I hope your wife's doing well. And your baby? Okay, you're welcome. Wow, exciting, but a lot of pressure, huh? Well, good luck to your family. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.